So
We're back. Do you know what I realised?
Go on.
Go on. So we haven't even introduced ourselves, right?
You haven't. Introduce yourself. Guys, this is who this guy is.
Oh, wait. I'll go first.
You want me to introduce you? You want me to introduce you?
Yeah, come on. You introduce me. Let's see what he's got to say about me, yeah?
So this guy, I'm going to first of all tell you, let's start with his name. Lee Hogarth. He's from up north somewhere, Newcastle, St George, that kind of area. I'm going to tell you a story, and this will kind of sum up who this guy is, right? I came home once, and there was a packet. There was a note through the letterbox, right? I felt at the door, you know those postcards that come through when they say you weren't in. I was like, hold on a second, and I opened the door. I am in. Open the door. Oh, yeah, postman. I am in. What are you talking about? He goes, read the postcard, moron. So I read it, and it said, you've received a package, but the sender has not paid for the postage. Like, what the fuck? Who sends a parcel without paying? I have to pay the postage for. If you want it, call up or go online and pay for it. What? Lo and behold, it was a parcel from this guy. So he's the sort of guy that doesn't pay postage. He's probably the sort of guy that would phone up and, you know, those collect calls, those reverse charges. He would do that as well. Anyway, he's a top guy. So he said, as he said earlier, we met on a part of a coaching program years, probably, I don't know, what, 2-3 years ago? Something like that, yeah. Not massive amounts of time, but found out that we've got quite a lot in common. We got paired up on one of these courses as accountability buddies. Sounds really cheesy, but over the years, he's kept me in check. I've kept him in check. And I dare say, and this is going to sound a little bit like, oh, friends, but I probably wouldn't have the business I've got, have the mindset and headspace I've got, if he hadn't have been giving me that kick up the arse each week. Do you reckon? That's a nice thing to say, wasn't it?
That's. Do you know what was going through my head?
Go on.
Was, how am I now going to introduce you, right? One, because that was a really good introduction. May I say it?
Cheers.
Two, you've kind of said everything.
Yeah, I know. So, I deliberately did that because I knew it'd screw you over.
So first, I thought I'll let you go first because I'm like just jumped on. Everything's been going crazy a little bit, and but then now I'm in a worse position. I should have just started when I had the chance. But anyhow,
there's a little lesson in here, isn't there? There's a little lesson.
Be first.
Be first.
Yeah. It's a lesson that shows up in my life all of the time.
That's it. Be first.
So, for those who on my profile don't know who this man is here, this is Mr. Phil Highland. He's obviously from down south, just outside of London, I think, if I know properly. I know his address. I couldn't find it on the map, but I know his address. And he first off started helping guys, actually, didn't you? Helping bold guys with confidence, building self-esteem. Now, he kind of helps everybody, which is pretty amazing. To start with helping men, and then first he's a PT, then he helps men, then now he's helping everybody gain confidence, more self-love, and just get some nice life balance and create some good habits. Would you say that's a good summary of what you do?
Yeah. Do you know what's quite weird is some people say, Phil, what are you? What are you? And I kind of don't really know something. Yeah, weird.
Just a legend.
It's weird because I, was a PT like for years, and then kind of evolved into sort of a bit more mindset and lifestyle coaching. But that word life coach is just shit, isn't it? I don't want to be called that, because if you called yourself that, you picture like, I don't know, some moron going, hey man, just think positive and telling you how to live your life, and that's not what it's about, right?
There's an ad keeps coming up on my Facebook. I must have looked at it for it to keep coming up. I must have stayed there for a couple of seconds, and it says become a life coach and get qualified in 6 weeks.
Gosh,
how the fuck can you do that?
I know, mate. It's the same PT qualification, isn't it?
Exactly.
Online, shell out 500 quid or whatever. Go online.
Become the shittest PT.
Yeah, and you're in charge of someone's life. What the hell is that all about? I mean, shit, man. But no. So what I kind of do is show people how to implement better habits, right, and how to implement better behaviors, and ultimately get a better result out of life. Now, it's not about thinking positive. You know, I said that a minute ago. It's more about taking charge of yourself a bit more, right? And exercising every day, getting strong, changing how you think and how you see the world, so that everything's not so shit, and actually you can enjoy life more.
Sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, just get on your unicorn and just ride around and sprinkle magic dust over everyone. It's not. Come on, man. That's not what it's about, right? It's not about that at all. It's just.
And you do that through. Is it your 7-day challenge?
I've got a free 7-day challenge, which is good, and then also I if anyone wants to pay me, then I've got a 30-day kind of upgrade group as well, program, which is cool. And it's I kind of call it a feel good program. Feel good, get it?
Yeah. That is a good. That is good.
Clever guy I am. These deep gags. Right? So it's a feel good program because everyone leaves it feeling good or feeling better than they did at the beginning. You know, it's not about finding your way or finding out who you really are. You know what I mean? It's just about learning that with a few simple daily tasks, routines, habits, you can actually have a better day than you had the day before. And it's good. It's quite fulfilling.
And it's progress, isn't it? That's what most people want to make in their life, is just what they want to make progress.
Yeah, 100%. And just getting off that treadmill of getting up, go to work, go home, go to bed. You know, it's like, well, is this it? Surely there's something a little bit more I can do.
A bit like with my career. I started as an electrician, and it was the same. I was a house basher, rewiring houses. Next house, next house, next house, next house. Every day, rewiring house. Really tough job. Really like a lot of manual labor, a lot of stress. But it killed us. It was the same thing over and over and over again. And it's not as if it was a good same thing over and over again. It was something that I didn't enjoy. I would say I was good at it, but I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed the money, but I only had the weekend to spend that. You know what I mean? I'd rather enjoy every single day of the week. So I thought that same thing that led me to I sacked it off and obviously start my own business. 2 businesses now, and that to make me feel good, and it made us feel good because my habits changed. My days aren't all identical anymore. And it's just
back in the day, I think you was a bit like me. You were a bit in your own head, weren't you?
Back yeah.
What's that all about?
Just trying to think my way out of everything, but I was just thinking myself deeper into shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's
the more I thought about things, the more I realised how fucked I was.
Yeah, and that there, I think that's a problem that a lot of people have, right? Where they think, just think yourself better. Look in the mirror every day and say to yourself, or think positive. I am confident.
Yeah.
It's you can't.
If you don't believe it,
right?
If you don't believe it, it makes no difference at all. Like I could say to you, "Oh, you're the most handsome man I've ever met." Obviously, you didn't believe. Well, you do believe it, but you know what I mean. Like even like say relationships, partners, right? Some people can actually push the partners away by say everyone's got love languages. We know a little bit about love languages, right? Now, say your partner's got very low confidence, and then every day you're like, "Oh, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, yeah." They don't believe a fucking word you're saying, and all that's happening is you're reminding them on how much they don't believe, how much they are that.
Yeah.
So you're actually making them feel worse every day by you're trying to do good by giving them a compliment, but they are actually you're really giving them a reminder of how shit they feel and how much they don't love themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, until you feel it and believe it yourself, you ain't it.
See, it's that word there, feel, right? Feel.
Yeah.
Crop up everywhere, but you've got to feel it, and it's and we both learnt this a while ago, didn't we? From the program that we've been part of. You can't outthink your emotions or your feelings, So if you're feeling something, you're feeling anxious. You can't outthink anxiety, can you? You can't outthink a certain feeling. If you're sad, you can't just think, be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy. It doesn't work like that.
Exactly. It's like me sitting saying, actually, today I don't want to be a human. Who's a spider on me? Wow. Spider's joining. It's just a baby. It's a bit like me sitting there saying, actually, do you know what it is today? I think I'll be a car.
Yeah.
Right. What kind of car? Okay, I'm going to be a Range Rover today. 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn to a Range Rover. I am a Range Rover. I am a Range Rover. I am a Range Rover. Why is it not working? What? I don't understand. It's
weird, isn't it?
It's like that. It's just not going to happen. Yeah.
I've been trying that for years. I am a 6 foot tall, dark, tanned, hairy guy. Doesn't work. I'm a short, pasty, bald guy instead.
God's
right.
Do you know that there, what you just said there? It's like, it's acceptance, isn't it? And as soon as you accept yourself for who you are, that's one of the biggest, like, progressions you can make, is just accepting your situation, who you are, how you're feeling right now, like becoming responsible. So accepting and becoming responsible. So when I was an anxious mess, obviously back when I met you and that, like, I had everything else to blame. It was me work that made us anxious. It was this, it was that, it was this, it was that, it was me gaffer, it was me mum, it was me dad, it was the government, it was the doctors, it was everything else apart from me. And as soon as I went, hang on a minute, I'm the one who's stressed, I'm the one who's anxious. They can't make me do anything. I'm the one I'm creating this shit. And as soon as I realized I was actually creating it and I accepted responsibility, I thought, okay, so if I'm creating this, what else can I create? And then I can create a change. And then I just figure out what's my first step that I need to do? What's my next step? What's my next step? If you're blaming everything else, you're like, what's their next step? And you ain't going to get them to do jack shit because they're not going to listen.
No.
You're an anxious mess after all.
Yeah, I think that
if they feel they're doing better than you, they're never going to listen.
No, that's exactly right. And that whole thing of blaming everything and everyone else, you're never gonna change, because you're giving power to all these external things. You know what I mean? It's like when people say, "Oh, it's this weather. It's been raining for bloody 3 months on end. This is why I'm so depressed." Right? So you're blaming how you feel, your depression, your anxiety, whatever, your sadness, on the fact it's been raining. Now, all right, bad weather makes us feel a bit crap, doesn't it? But if you're constantly saying it's because of this, or it's because of my job, or it's because of, whatever, I don't know, you're allowing these things that you've got no control over to determine how you feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't change the weather.
Rather than
you say, hey, what, I feel like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I feel like this because of me, it's my reaction to these things.
Yeah. Why don't I put a coat on with a hood up and go for a walk or go to exercise?
Yeah, but
you feel shit because you're like, it's raining, I'm stuck in the house. No, you're not stuck in the house. You're just fucking scared to get wet.
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah. And if you went out and got wet, you'd probably feel a million times better than if you stayed indoors anyway. But it's having that mindset of, I'm not stuck in the house. You know what I mean? Versus I'm stuck in it. I can't do anything.
Searching for a solution rather than a problem.
Yeah, 100%. But also going back to what you said about, the whole acceptance thing. When I used to focus on helping guys with hair loss issues, right? I know people might laugh at that, but listen, if your hair's going, I know
the feeling. I'm heading there.
But anyway, listen, the thing.
Heading there.
Yeah, clever. Oh dear.
I'm learning. I'm getting there.
If anyone's watching this and you haven't switched off yet, then there's probably either your computer's locked on and it can't turn off, or something very wrong with you.
If you're watching this on Facebook, don't be afraid to comment along, to give this a share. Let some other people see the shite that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, too right.
Get it out there, because if this goes well, we're going to jump on all the time and get to hear a lot about us, a lot about what we do, a lot about everyone who we surround ourselves with. And you get a lot of valuable shit, right, for free.
Get some more people involved as well, right?
Yeah.
2-on-1, tag team.
Exactly.
But going back to what you were saying about this whole thing of accepting yourself, I'm not going to go off on one like a bit woo or whatever. When I was doing the whole bald thing, helping guys mainly younger guys whose hair started to fall out, because it can be a bit shit, right? When I was 19, 20, hair started falling out. I was living with 4 mates at uni at the time, and I tell you, if your hair starts to fall out when you're living with your mates, you get ripped to shreds, right? So it kind of does a lot for your confidence. Can even make it go one way or the other way. But one of the biggest problems for guys you know, hair's falling out or anything to do with your appearance. It's how you're perceived by someone else. You know what I mean? But actually, what you've got to kind of think about is actually, do you know what? If I stop worrying so much and stop thinking about how other people see me and actually realise, do you know what? This is happening now. I'm just going to accept it. Then everything gets way easier. Because for years I'd like cover it up with a hat. You know, I'd like go to a pub and they're like, mate, no hats in here. I'm like, are you joking me? And I'd get my like little thin strands out and try and style it. No, shit. And I'm constantly worrying about what I look like. Constantly worrying. And I sort of shaved it off and thought, you're right, that's it. I'm bald now. That's how it is. And then once that thought had gone out of my head of, oh, I'm going to look stupid. Right, this is it now. Then everything became a lot easier. Do you know what I mean? And I think you've got it's easy to say now with the kind of heads that we've got, right? But if you've got no concerns about what you look like, no concerns about what other people think of you, and everything gets so much easier. You know what I mean?
It's a bit like having those concerns and having those problems and not accepting them. It's a bit like getting up out of bed, picking up a 50-kilogram burger and hiding it on your back and choosing to carry that weight around with you all day.
Yeah.
Isn't it really? And whereas you're like, fuck that burger today, I'm not carrying that thing around. And you feel a lot lighter, you feel a lot better about yourself. And it's a bit like when you speak to people, a problem shared is a problem half kind of thing. But this is just on a larger scale. When you accept who you are, it's like an astronomical scale. It's like sharing it with thousands, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And when I think back to me back in the day, because I had a few anxiety type issues when I was younger and that, and a lot of my thinking back now, a lot of the stuff that was going through my head was me being concerned about what I was looking like in front of other people. You know what I mean? Who I was, how other people perceive me. Right now, I couldn't.
You're thinking what they are thinking about you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, do I, you know, am I coming across right, or this, that, and the other? And it's like, I was talking to someone about this the other night, on Friday night actually, and I was saying how back in the day, you go to the pub with your mates and I was talking about football. Right? I don't know shit all about football. Okay, I've never really. I watch it, but I'm not one of these people that knows all about players and this, that, and the other. But you go out and you know, talk about football, and I used to try and join in conversations, or I'd go out and, you know, go to a wedding. Who do you support then? And I would just kind of lie a little bit, you know, because I was too scared to bloody say, oh no, I don't follow football, mate. Because then I think they would think I'm a sort of certain type of person, you know.
Yeah.
And then
I'm the same with that football thing.
Yeah, mate. But then you're sort of lying about it, and you're thinking, oh, I hope they're like, oh, did you see that goal at the weekend? Yeah, it's a good one, wasn't it? Well, there was no goal. Oh shit. I'm just gonna go over there now. See you later.
I just see it now. I'm just like, I don't like football.
So
and then what happens is that they just come up with another topic.
Exactly. Nothing. The world don't end, does it? You don't all of a sudden like die. Everything is fine and cracks on.
If you can't think of another topic, or you can't engage in conversation without thinking about football, you really want to consider how, like, what is your life? You get up, you go to sleep, and you watch. Get up, go to work, watch football.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that one-dimensional thing, isn't it? A bit like a lot of people who we know from programs was, and a lot of what we've done was just get up, go to work, go to sleep. Get up, go to work, go to sleep. It's kind of like that, isn't it? It's like
but this and this is something that I talk about on my program quite a lot, is this sense of fulfillment and feeling like you're getting stuff done, you know, and achieving things.
Yeah.
You know, I went on a date with a chick the other night, and she said, "Oh, you might watch." But she said, I always think that, you know, I like to try and get stuff done in my life. And she says, "Oh, you've done a lot. You do a lot of things, don't you? Just stuff, like random things, you know."
Yeah.
I'm like, actually, I do a lot, because life is short, right? And there's so many things that you can do and learn and experience that aren't just get up, go to work, go home, pay the mortgage, go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are missing that sense of, yes, I've got something done. I've done something good. I've learned something. You know what I mean? And that is just a real head fuck. If you feel like you're not doing much, then I think that's a surefire way to feel low, not good.
I think it's freedom as well, isn't it? Like, do you know, it sounds funny, but when you're doing a lot of stuff, you feel a lot more free than you would think, if I can lie here and I can watch this telly, that means I'm kind of free. And yet, it does to an extent if you do it like every now and again. But doing that every single night and that's not freedom. It's putting you down. It's making you feel shit. Like, if freedom's actually being able to experience as many things as you possibly can. I think when I'm doing stuff and I'm out, and like after this, I'm going to go for a hike after this call, and now you feel free as a bird when you're out there doing that. But I have the choice to just lie on the settee and watch the telly. Am I going to feel free after that? No, I'm going to probably feel a bit tired, a bit shit, and a bit stuck within the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, freedom.
Completely agree, mate. Yeah, completely agree. But it's also like when you go to work on a Monday and everyone's like, "Oh, what did you do at the weekend? Did you have a good weekend?" And you're like, for the 17th Monday in a row, you're like, just watch Netflix all weekend. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then in your head,
all the same shit. Oh, I went out with the lads.
Yeah, the same thing.
Fucking mint. I'm like, listen, I've been out with the lads. I've done that whole thing, and after a while, it gets fucking shit.
Does. There's nothing against that, right? There's nothing against it. Okay?
Oh no, but it's the same.
If you're doing it all the time, and you've got this head of like, oh, I just feel shit again. Oh, I'm getting a bit anxious, I'm a bit depressed, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Life isn't as good as I want it to be. If you just keep doing the same old thing, then it's not going to change, is it?
Change is good.
Change is good, man. Yeah, and
a lot of people don't like change, but change is fucking good.
Even if it's small changes, it hasn't got to be get a new job or move house or go and live in bloody Sweden or whatever. Just little changes, like little. And this is something that again I talk about on my program a fair bit, and I know Cy, the guy that coaches us, talks about it a lot. Just doing things in your day a bit differently, like getting a different train carriage in the morning, taking a different route home from work. Sitting in on a different seat at lunchtime, whatever. Just mix things up, because this monotony of life is just like, oh man, and how are you ever gonna feel good when you're just doing the same thing? It's like you go into the gym, you do the same old training regime every day for a year. You'll get a bit better, but then you just tail off, don't you? You plateau and you get bored and you're like, oh, fuck this, and give up. Change.
Yeah. Changes. Do you think you can create a habit? Well, I think we kind of have, but a habit of doing different things all of the time. That's a funny one, that, isn't it? Because is it then a habit because you're doing things can you call it a habit because you're doing different things all of the time? Or can you create a habit of doing things?
Is constant change, a habit? Ooh. That's a bit of a mind boggler, mate. That's like the universe. I was like, hold on. I didn't expect this call to be so intellectual. Jesus Christ.
How long have we been going? A while as well. Normally this kicks us off in 45 minutes.
Pretty sure we said we'll try and keep it to half hour, but fuck it. It's incredibly valuable content. I don't know. I think, I'm not sure if you could call it habit. I don't really know, but I do think that this thing of doing things differently and regular change is important, very important.
Yeah, 100%. I've just had did you hear the bing bong? I've just had a notification of one of my clients there, actually. It was in my 12-week transformation, just quickly pop up onto the screen, and she's talking about a daughter who's doing another one of the programs that I run, the Super Kids program. I've just briefly seen it before it went off. I'm just so impressed. That's a different one. I'm so impressed that Lexi is out winning the morning and winning the day.
See,
that's a good little couple.
And that right there is exactly, I know you're the same, why we do this stuff though, isn't it? It works. It helps people. It helps. But I know that Super Kids program, because it's something I promote as well, is fantastic. Right? All these programs that we run and offer, it's not just to make cash off people that are vulnerable, whatever, which I know some people think. It's to actually help people. It works.
Yeah. Show them a different way of life, isn't it? Which can improve the life that they're having right now. Yeah.
100%, mate. 100%. I'm half thinking we should wrap this up because it might go on too long. I could carry on talking forever.
Definitely.
How do we wrap it up then?
Very simple. If you watch this, give it a like, a love, a share, because it's probably going to be going on Facebook.
Yeah.
Tag all your friends in. Tag 5,000 friends in, and I'll give you opportunity to say hello on the phone to us.
Yeah.
But just do the biz. Do you know what I mean?
Get out there, man.
Let us know if you've enjoyed just kicking back on a Sunday, listen to us waffle on.
Yeah, get some feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you hear I was talking about? What did you relate to in this? Do you know what I mean? Like, there might have been something, the topic that came up that you really related to, and you might want to know a bit more. You might want a little bit of help for it to help fix that. And I'm not saying I'm going to jump on and sell you a program. I mean, just you might have a question now. It's going to what you want to ask, and I'll just answer it in the comments.
We're quite good at we give a lot of free help. Don't you know what I mean? Like, you're like me. If someone asks a question, I'm just going to answer it. You know, it's
Exactly,
not about oh yeah, well I'm not going to tell you unless you give me money. It's like there's so much help that we can give out. You know, just like one sentence. You know what I mean? That might help you. So always reach out. Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah, man.
So I'm Lee Hogarth.
I'm Phil Highland.
This is Mr. Phil Highland.
Yeah.
And
should have rehearsed that bit better there then.
It's cool. They're not really that bothered, I don't think.
No one's even watching, mate.
They're having the dinner now. It's like
I'm long gone.
If you have enjoyed this, just let me know that you've enjoyed it, and there's a very good chance that there's going to be a lot more of this going on. So yeah, Mr. Highland, have a fucking great day. Pleasure speaking to you as always, and
indeed.
Let's bounce.
Laters. Peace.
In a bit, pal.
Laters, man. How'd you turn it off?